So when are we going?
We've got work to do first, but close to now.
All right, but how close? Because it's out today.
Ooh.
Are y'all saying when are we going to Crystal Isles?
Yeah, that's what they're saying all
yes,
cryptically.
I believe that's what he implied.
When are we going to Crystal Isles?
Soon. And that's what we're doing, right? That's the map we're excited about.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a map you're excited about, and
I am.
It seems like okay. So everyone's excited about it. I don't know anything about it, which is fine, except for it's nice weather and a decent amount of the area, right?
It's big. From what I understand, it's big. There's a lot of biomes. It's, you remember how big Ragnarok was? I think it's similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a gigantic map with a lot of different biomes.
And it drops June 4th.
It does drop June 4th, which I think is today if this podcast comes
we worked
out.
it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're recording this not on June 4th.
Right. Are we going to not be flying?
That's been one of the ideas proposed. And personally, I like the idea.
Why don't we ask them right now? Let's see what the comments say about that. I'm curious what they think.
We could do a poll.
Okay.
Yeah, do a poll. Let's pull it up.
I'll pitch the idea. We want every series to feel a little different than the one before it.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea was in this one, we're nomadic. We're always on the move. And, we'd probably have to get like parasers and build these big moving houses.
Yeah.
And now you're a little more at risk because everything you have is with you. You lose a parasaur, that person's screwed for a bit. And hopefully one of your buddies has a parasaur you can live in until you find another one.
So with the nomad idea, is that for the entirety of the series, or is that like the start of the series where, okay, we start at this point of the map and we have to go to point A?
It'd be great if we had
B.
like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe we know where the artifacts are. We got to make our way to each cave and get, kind of zigzag up and down the map.
Okay.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So always going for an artifact, and I forget about the nomadic part. When you say nomads, that means you're just moving. That doesn't mean no flyers.
That means no flyers. Yeah, and that also means that we don't have an established base. Our
Right.
base
Is moving.
is our moving tribe
It's like
or whatever.
Howl's Moving Castle. Anyone seen that? Here? Anyone?
I mean,
No.
I have. Yes, it's wonderful.
Good stuff.
But we would have to. There are some things we would have to stop and make, like a fabricator, if we wanted to fabricate.
Well,
some
that would go on your
weapons.
parasaur.
Right.
I guess that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the no flyers idea.
Of course you don't.
We know that.
We know you don't.
We know you don't.
Here's the thing: it's
Bite
like,
things
oh,
with your wyvern.
it's too easy, but we die all the time still. It's insane. Like, nothing makes it so easy that it's like, oh, I can just do anything. We still die a lot. And
Yeah, but it's
I die on
travel.
Crystal
purpose.
Isles. Wait, I'm not done. And
On
in Crystal Isles, griffins are back.
Oh.
Ooh.
Griffins.
Wow.
are
I tell you,
back.
flyers are our reward. It's our reward for maybe getting half the artifacts.
Yeah, we should have some goal.
Yeah.
And at that point, you can get flyers,
Okay.
but not before.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, we're going to have flyers eventually on that map. But yeah, maybe not right out of the gate. Out of the gate, we keep it nomadic. We have a little fun.
I love the image of 5 giant parasaurs with some ridiculous house built on the back of it, making their way across.
And
the
a
field.
couple
It's been
T-Rexes
kind of like
for
that in the
defense,
last couple of episodes of Ark that we've done
Yeah.
Yep.
with you guys as 3 parasaurs just
Yeah.
cruising around.
And that's probably what kind of sparked that as we've been thinking about that.
I can see it
Crystal
already.
Isles.
I can see Thick going, oh my God, I found a griffin in a drop. I can see it.
Right.
How did this get here?
But the point is, think of the challenges you have to overcome.
Yeah.
You hit a big ravine or something you can't cross. Now it's an issue.
Now it's Oregon
It's not
Trail.
an issue. Yeah, if you got a bird, you just, okay, whatever. No
I
big
certainly
deal.
like that. But one of the biggest challenges that we face, more than anything, is trying to work together. We have such a hard
that
time.
would certainly
Yeah.
create a lot of tension and arguments that I think would be a lot of fun.
I want to like you guys again.
No.
No.
Well, wait,
Or
no,
at least
we're-
some
you're
of
never
you.
going
I
to
like
us, Thick.
I like a couple of you.
We've
already,
been so
but, like,
civil lately.
yeah,
Everything's
we
been
have.
going so smooth the last few apps.
I think, yeah, we've been getting along too well, I think.
Yeah. We need something to make us hate each other again.
Yeah, let's mix it up.
This nomad idea is perfect for that.
So we're always going to be together?
Wouldn't have to be. I think in some situations you go, you know what, we got to get to the top of that volcano because there's a bunch of metal up there. Maybe we break off, say, well, why don't you guys get on the river? We'll go to the forest, accomplish A and B, and then we'll meet at the volcano. You'd have those kind of situations too.
Yeah.
Or you'd have these little quick things like, parasaurs are too slow. We got to send in a wolf team to go do this mission and then bring something back.
It would put us together more, way more so than Valguero.
Yep.
Because Valguero, we were separated into kind of 2 different teams almost, and kind
Yeah.
of Thick went in between.
Yeah.
And this would be us together more, which would be fun.
I also love this about it. because people do say sometimes I'm not getting attached to a certain animal. If we're always moving, you're going to be very choosy about which animals you tame and which ones you carry with you.
Yeah.
And you're going to be, that animal is going to be a very big part of every episode, and people are going to get attached to it.
Yeah, when you have a wyvern, it's the only thing you want to take around. You know what I mean? So you know, like in the map we're in now, it's like you tame something, and it's like, oh, I have this. I have a blue bear and a blue beast, and I love them, but I'm gonna take the wyvern.
Yeah, it's always the wyvern.
It's
the
I
easiest.
can get there easy. So
And
yeah,
it kills everything with
you're
2
right.
bites.
If this is a smaller thing, the animals do become a little bit more.
Just made me think of a loophole.
What's that?
Kangaroos are pretty much flying vehicles. Like
But
flying
and those are
animals.
great
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
because
Kangaroos, frogs.
there are islands on that map that are floating,
Yeah.
and it would be very important to get a kangaroo at that
Yeah,
point. 'Cause
absolutely.
It's
Or
I'm
a
gonna-
crab.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this right now. If we have a goal that's like, I mean, obviously, I love the idea of being nomadic and traveling and working together and trying to do things. But if we have a goal that says, okay, you get half the artifacts, you get a flyer. If there's one of us who's going to do it, it's going to be me. I got to stay on brand. I got to get a wyvern.
Okay, I like these little.
All right.
Okay.
It's going to be your dragon, is what you're saying?
No, yeah. If
Okay,
I go
I don't
if I go
care.
out and get half the artifacts,
Well, with us. No, it's not you. It's all of us together.
if I wander off and happen to find one in a cave, yeah.
Are you saying you're going to get it early? Or are
Having
you
to spawn
saying you're
one
going to
in my
wait?
pocket?
No, I'm
He's
not
already
gonna,
got one. He's already got one. This
Honestly,
is what he's
I've already
saying.
died 5 times in my mind just thinking about being nomadic. So it's a very, very far-fetched idea, realistically. Yeah, I'm responding
doing a
right
poll.
now as we
We'll
speak.
see what the poll says.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. And yeah, we might get to a certain point in the map where we realize like, oh God, this is awful.
If we get tired of it, we'll
But-
just change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we have, once we have enough animals and they're big enough, they're powerful enough, I think it'll be fine.
Okay, so we all understand nomadic just means you're moving, and it's completely separate.
The
with
bird
no
thing
flyers.
is an extra to make it difficult.
How is the poll what's it gonna read? It's either nomadic with
okay.
flyers or nomadic without flyers.
I would say the poll would read nomadic, no flyers is one option,
Okay.
and the other option is just play like we always do, just the way it's normal.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right then. All Crystal
right.
eyes. Now, what is it that Crystal Eyes gives you all such a hold on?
Well, it looks like there's a lot of variety in the landscape. I'm looking at just their overhead view.
Yeah, we've explored Valguero. It's we've got all the artifacts. It's old.
Compared to Genesis, it's not as guided. It's kind of gives us that freedom that we're used to.
Now, last time I didn't bring this up, but I did notice it when we played on Tuesday. When you go to your menu at the top, there is like the same thing that they have in Genesis, like the gems. I don't know if that is going to apply onto all the maps now. And then again, I haven't played Genesis. I don't know, but from what I understand, they're requesting that where you could earn Ingrams or some shit like that.
Yeah, you can complete goals.
But I noticed that Ingram menu has popped up in the normal version of Ark.
So it's a thing.
So I don't know if there's going to be quest and shit like that. Who knows? Not I.
Oh,
But I just noticed it was
boy.
there.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see soon enough, maybe.
But Valguero was a fun map. I think I liked that one more than Ragnarok.
Really?
I liked Ragnarok
Yeah.
better.
I think I enjoyed Ragnarok's variety of locations maybe a little more, but the some of the caves in Ragnarok I fucking hated.
Oh yeah,
I think
you're right.
Yeah, that ugh. I mean, Valguero, at least the worst cave was that spider cave, but
Ugh.
we overcame it.
Yeah.
Whereas in like, all right, this is behind the scenes in Ragnarok. We had to cheat that motherfucker.
Oh, the one with the pushing the buttons
Yeah,
and
pushing
all
the
that.
buttons and all that.
Nobody would
crap.
ever figure out which
Hell
buttons
no!
to push.
It
God.
was such bullshit. So I'm hoping Crystal Isles has some caves that are hard and challenging, but not to the level where it just makes you want to like rip somebody's throat out.
Yeah. There should always be, if there's puzzles, there should be ways to figure it out other than going online and going,
Yeah.
which button do I push?
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that puzzle design.
It's almost like they went Battlefield Easter egg with that shit.
Right.
And
That's
honestly,
what I was just about to
that's the
say.
thing. There was a lot of platforming. Ark is not good at platforming.
No.
Platforming section should
Pretty wonky.
Like maybe here and there you have to jump from one point to the other, but that's it. Because that's hard enough in and of itself in that fucking game.
Yeah. I mean, kind of the only way you can counter that is parachutes and grapples. Like,
Yeah.
if you miss the jump, hopefully you can grapple something. But yeah, it's not a platformer.
But I mean, yeah, Crystal Isles looks cool.
What kind of map would you guys design if you were to design a map?
There'd be a skate park somewhere.
Skate park. Copy that. Yeah. I'd have flat Indiana. Just straight up.
Just
Mine would be I would probably just update Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
With dinosaurs, yes.
How fun would that be?
It'd be amazing. Yeah.
I think there needs to be more areas of interest.
And they should mean
Yeah.
more. Like when you come across that castle, there should be some, like, I don't know, something defending it.
Here's the problem with Ark that I've always had is you could go deep into a cave and find a castle and like, oh, I'm gonna explore this castle. You get to the bottom of the castle and then you find a loot box and you open the loot box and there's a fucking shoe in it. Right.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Ark.
Yeah.
If I go all the way into this castle and you travel down this castle, when you open that loot box, it should be like, holy shit, that's an Ascendant rifle.
Yeah.
That's something really good. Oh wow, look, those are tech leggings.
Yeah, or at least honestly, that if you just found 50 simple bullets, wouldn't you be happy? Like, okay, at least I got something.
Yep.
Not a damn blueprint for a fucking headpiece.
Right.
Well, blueprints can be good too.
Now, that's one of
Yeah,
the things
well,
I
now-
liked about Conan Exiles is that you had those points of interest that had the bosses
Yes.
there that
Yep.
it meant something, and
They should team up.
yeah, match made in heaven.
Yeah.
I wish Ark would do borrow things from different games. Conan had thralls, and it was fun to walk up into a village, and now you get to fight human characters.
Mm-hmm.
Be fun to have that. Or traders, take something from 7 Days, add traders,
Yeah.
fight something, and get rewarded for it.
Yeah. There's no meaning to anything in Ark, it seems like.
Yeah, it's make your own fun.
Right.
The variety of dinos is great. The building's great.
Yes. Yeah.
Painting's great.
No, I won't say the building's great.
Well,
Oh, the building's
I
awful.
thought
Not
the
bad.
building. Thought the building in Conan was much better.
Yeah,
if,
but you
if I'm
can-
going to compare.
you can still build really cool things if you take your time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
maybe,
can.
but it's just
wonky.
I've cussed at the building mechanics in that game so much more than I have any other game.
Yeah.
And Conan, I was like, oh yeah, this is a breeze. I click here. There was a couple places in Conan I was like, okay, this doesn't work as right. But I felt like I didn't have anywhere near as a problem as I had in Ark. Like anytime I'm trying to build something in Ark, it's like, I just want a slope roof. And it's like, nope, you can't do a slope roof here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you. Why can't I do a slope roof here?
You
it
have to
seems
trick
like
it.
the roofs
Yeah.
are some of the biggest issues, right? The roofs.
Yeah, and I think Structures Plus made it better. But then, like, the Structures Plus mod? We had an issue with the Structures Plus
Well,
mod
I think
a while
they
back.
integrated their own kind of Structures Plus into it.
Yeah, we had I remember we had some issue with it not too long ago.
So,
Yeah.
op-
Well, there was an
opinion-
update.
Opinion-wise, what do you think as far as building between 7 Days and Conan?
Ooh,
Se-
I think
7 days.
7 days.
7 days.
I mean, Conan has kind of, it's in that similar vein of Ark where it's like, okay, you have your set walls and pieces, and it looks great. Like 7 Days has a lot of like vanity items and
Yeah.
decorative stuff.
Yeah.
And you deal with
That.
smaller blocks,
Yep.
which
Yes.
allows you to be more specific.
Yeah, but 7 Days is that Minecraft style of like, whatever you can think of, you can kind of
Yeah, it's pretty
build.
impressive. They've done. a
Yeah, I
good
would
job.
say.
Yeah, I like 7 Days buildings a lot.
I would say 7 Days as well, but I do love the art style of Conan Exile, like all of the
Oh,
architecture
yeah.
that they, the time that they put into the
It's
stylizing
unique.
of
It's
each
nice.
piece was just such a great job.
Yeah, just the animation of Absro's like groin covering.
That's all
You know?
I think about almost daily.
I can't get it out of my head right now. I kind of miss Conan.
I wonder how much.
I think they did a
a lot more.
bunch
right?
of updates after we left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they've added mounts. They've added some stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down to go back to Conan sometime.
Yeah.
A little revisit.
And hopefully someday we will either return to some sort of space survival or there'll be a new improved space survival game.
Yeah.
So one thing we're really missing right now, we could do Empyrean. We keep talking about that, or Space Engineer.
Mhm.
Engineers? I forget if it's plural.
Any new updates with Space Engineers?
I haven't been following it, so I honestly don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
me either.
neither.
In the past, it just seemed like it was one of those things where, and I don't know from experience, but it seemed like one of those things that was a little overkill on the building and engineering. It's like,
Well, I mean, that's the point of the game, isn't it?
yeah. But like you want to, in Ark, you want to build a stone wall, but you don't want to build each stone
Right.
and then build this,
Yeah.
is it that kind of situation? Or
I
is
think it could be. And I think Empyrean might be the same way when you're starting to build like the big ships. I mean,
Right.
you can have your the ones that are already pre-built, I think, but if you really want to customize it,
yeah. Which is
gotta
the fun
do-
part.
yeah,
You can make your ship look like anything. You have a big flying Chick-fil-A.
if you wanted.
Oh, yeah. The Lord's ship.
What is our thing with these
Ooh.
chains? I don't get it. We always have to change.
We got a lot, don't we? Yeah. We have a Carrabba base in 7 days.
Yeah.
We're building an IHOP.
Pizza
Yeah, we need a new theme.
Because people
Fork.
can relate to that. They can't relate to like
it's true.
Tony's Deli. You know.
The Sizzler space station. We need to do that.
Look, man, I've been hungry lately. I cannot get full for some reason.
Really?
Well, Neebs and
Yeah.
I, we've lost a bunch of weight in the quarantine,
Have you?
I've lost 8 pounds since the quarantine.
and I've lost nearly 15.
I've
I hover
plumped up
around
about 40.
177. You've been on that gravy subscription though.
I haven't left my
Week-
chair.
weekly
Nothing but-
gravy subscription.
Yeah. I put all my freshly orders into straight gravies.
Yeah.
9 meals a week of gravy. I'm on that train.
Yep. A gravy medley is nothing like a gravy medley.
A gravy flight.
I'll bet that exists somewhere.
Oh yeah, and that as it should, because I'd love to taste a whole bunch of different gravies.
Or like a mac and cheese flight. I would love that.
Oh, that'd be
Well,
nice.
wait, what's a flight? I think of a flight as like a whole bunch of samples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you do like
Just wanna make sure.
a bunch of little ramekins of different mac and cheeses.
Like when you get a beer and it comes with 3 little glasses.
Well, usually it's
Well,
about
no,
5 or
but it's
6 down a.
Five
You get
different beers. You
5
don't get a
different
beer
beers.
with like it's not
Yeah,
like you
of course.
distribute one beer into each
Of
glass.
course. Why would you have one beer and 5 different
Well,
glasses?
the way
that's
that
what you
said
said.
it made it sound like you get a beer with
Learn how to
5
talk,
different
Neebs.
glasses.
Learn how to talk.
'Cause
It's
you
a
said it-
sampler platter.
Said a beer.
A sampler. It's a beer sampler
Yeah.
All right.
Or gravy,
Sorry.
in this case.
with gravy. Yeah, I love the gravy.
Beer and gravy.
Gravy flight.
I want the white
Wonder how
gravy.
this
I want the
gravy
brown
tastes.
gravy. I want the black gravy. Give me that black gravy.
Mushroom gravy.
Oh. Oh.
It's gross.
Yeah. KFC has the best gravy, let's be honest.
Oh God, you are crazy.
Actually, it's
No,
really
it's
good.
delicious.
Oh, they've got-
it's delicious. It's KFC gravy.
And they've got great mashed potatoes too, right?
Who's got a better gravy? I don't I mean,
Yeah.
who has gravy?
I can't taste the mashed potatoes under the gravy. I'm just drinking the gravy.
It's
really.
just so shitty.
I remember-
It's so shitty.
When I was a kid, me and this was my dad, my stepmother, and my siblings. We went to somebody's house for dinner, and we were supposed to bring a dish. And so my stepmother just goes to KFC, gets some coleslaw,
There you
and
go.
puts it like in our ceramic bowls,
Okay.
and then we show up.
Was it a hit?
A big hit.
Yeah, they were complimenting it.
No.
But then she was like, I got to tell you, I got it from KFC.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, I went to family reunions all the time where I feel like that's what everybody did.
Yeah.
Everybody would buy stuff from the local fast food place and put it in bowls.
Wow, that must be a redneck thing, huh?
Maybe.
I'm sure.
Lack
Yeah,
of
because
pride.
I'm very familiar with this. This isn't strange at all to me.
Yeah, no, it's normal. It's like, oh, we got to bring something to the family reunion. I'm like, let's just go by, we'll go by Smithfield's and we'll pick up a pound of green beans and we'll put it in a bowl.
Minnesota's very known for its hot dishes, which is known everywhere else in the world as casseroles.
Guys,
but-
it's fucking cold there.
Oh, we got a hot dish. What kind of is that? A tater tot hot dish? Okay, I brought one too. Like there's 5 tater tot hot dishes at the
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. A tater
Oh.
tot hot dish.
Oh, it's a huge thing. That and green jello.
You make a
are the-
hot dish out of anything.
What is a tater tot hot dish?
I mean, I'm sure there's many versions of it, but there's tater tots in it. I do know that.
Okay, I thought maybe you might give me a version.
I've never made one. I've just
Oh,
always
damn.
seen them at countless events and
Tater tot ambrosia salad.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got a fun gravy story.
not
Well, it's not
gross.
fun. It's kind of sad actually, because well, you know where I grew
How
up.
can someone have a sad gravy story? I want to hear this.
Well, I mean, you know what I ate growing up and didn't know the difference with the cracker cereal and all.
Right.
Right.
I didn't know that. Like when you're growing up, I didn't know my mom wasn't a good cook. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? It just like
Right.
she was an RN. She was busy. Like 3 boys. You know, we were eating our asses out. No, that's the wrong way to say it.
Phrasing.
What a weird family.
I think you meant off.
This is a sad story.
It's a sad gravy story. I know exactly where this is going.
Yeah. Is that what you did? You poured gravy on your assholes? What did you do?
Well, it was
The
better
gravy
than the
came
dinner.
out.
no, okay. Let's just scratch that from the record. It's we were a different family. Anyway,
Okay.
but one of the nights every week, and I looked forward to it like crazy, was like those banquet family size dinners. Do you know what I'm
TV
talking about?
dinners?
Like but like it's the family size version
Yeah.
of the. I think
Yeah.
it was like the
It's for the
turkey.
And
family.
I don't know what
gravy.
kind of family they're talking about. I've eaten a
Oh,
whole one of those myself.
Well, the turkey with gravy one has got these thin slices of turkey, and it's like 90% gravy, right? So
Right.
she'd
Right.
make that, put it on the table with a loaf of bread, and we'd just do these open-faced turkey sandwiches. That was like one of my favorite things of the week.
Oh yeah.
Growing up, that was like probably once a week. You know,
Yeah, when
I
you're a
loved
kid,
it,
when you're a
and-
kid, it was like I could relate to that, like processed American cheese. Like I could sit there and have that for dinner
yeah, I was
as a kid. Of course, it's
Just a
horrible.
24 pack of cheese. For
That's
dinner.
Oh,
it.
yeah, no, yeah.
we had a lot
Yeah,
of
it's ho-
steakums.
One thing I had as a kid that was weird to some people, but very common to other people is you get a thing of canned chili, chili beans or whatever, and then cook some noodles, and it's just chili beans over noodles.
Oh,
And I liked it.
That sounds good. Like, yeah, I'd
Yeah.
eat that in a pinch.
It was good to me.
Yeah.
that'll fill you up. Sure, yeah, that'll fill you up good too, and it's not expensive at all.
I probably talked about this before, but it's been a while. One of my favorite, like in my 20s and even 30s meals, was like 2 packets of ramen noodles and only use one of the packets of the spice. I had to take 90% of the water out, add the spice to it. So now you've got 1 packet of spice with 2 things of noodles. It's wet. Then you add whatever cheeses you want to that gloppy mess, and you mix it all around. Oh my God! What a shitty meal that I loved. I'd eat that right now. I feel like eating it, so it's still with me.
You should do a video on.
Yeah, make
That
a
recipe.
video on that.
Oh God!
Yeah.
It's not really a recipe.
I'll
but
do
yeah.
a video on the gravy and turkey
Eating
sauce
ass.
thing. Yeah. Eating ass.
Gravy,
Turkey gravy sandwich.
Not on this channel.
Yeah, on this channel.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
You watch it.
All right.
Yeah. No, we can have one recipe a month. I like this.
Oh my God. I didn't get my microphone back yet, Thick. I do think you probably dropped it in the pan, didn't you?
No, I have it packed up. I need to take it back to the office because you need to sign a poster.
Okay. Yeah. No hurry.
So I'll drop it off there probably later today.
All those
actually.
posters that's been sitting in here for what, 3 weeks now?
Yep,
haven't
so
been
does
there in a
Simon.
minute.
You got to come by.
Yeah, and
It's completely different. We revamped the whole place.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm sure you did.
Looks nice in here.
Open concept, lots of pastels.
Yeah.
a live, laugh, love sign.
A slide like at YouTube headquarters.
Yeah. Only person that can write it's thick, but it's here.
That still was like the craziest thing. Welcome to YouTube. Would you like to take the slide downstairs?
okay.
Oh, yeah, I wanna-
Fuck
yeah.
yourself. What?
Okay.
Are you insane?
It's like, wow.
That's
Yep,
like
this
awesome.
is California.
If it was a water slide, then I'd have been like, yeah. Even though I did want to go on that
Right.
slide, but come on, let's have a water slide, guys. You're YouTube.
Yeah. I came in my jeans and t-shirt. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
the
think
problem.
I think that phrasing, too, was. Never mind.
Yeah, it was weird phrasing, didn't it?
Yeah,
Who, me?
Yeah.
yeah.
What'd I say?
I came in my jeans and
See, we're all.
T-shirt.
What's wrong with us?
mine's in the
today?
gutter. Yeah,
Eating out asses.
it's a
and
gutter thing.
Coming in our
Yeah,
jeans.
It's a gutter thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And your t-shirt? Jeez.
That whole. Remember at YouTube, what was that one room with all the way around
360
us?
room? Oh,
Yes.
God.
Like it was so antiquated.
The biggest waste of money room.
Like why would?
it seemed like it was something that you'd see in Epcot in 1993.
Yeah, it's almost the equivalent.
Yeah.
It made me when I worked on I was doing sound on a Hallmark movie at Space Camp, and like there was like this sadness of how outdated everything was, and the parking lots were
Yeah.
empty, and I kind of hated. That's kind of what that particular thing felt like to me. When
They
Yeah.
probably built that room the year before VR came out.
right.
And it was like, we probably
Yeah.
shouldn't have built this room.
Why do
Yeah.
they keep putting people in it?
To me, it's just a weird thing. It's like you're building it's like, okay, we got this business. We're building a building. What do we need in here?
Fun stuff.
You know what we need, Tom?
Yeah.
We need a room with a 360-degree television.
I mean, it was probably cool the day it was finished.
Maybe.
It was like, wow, I can look all the way around.
Maybe
and-
is right.
and-
Can't
Still,
believe Tommy
how does
YouTube
this help
made
our
that
business
decision.
at all? I mean, I guess they're trying to entertain employees. I mean, a lot of what YouTube and a lot of those tech companies do is they keep their employees happy. It's like free food, break
Yeah.
rooms,
The food
video game
situation
rooms.
there
Workout
was on
room.
point.
Yeah. It's a sweet
They had a
situation
pool.
if you're an employee there.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's one of those amenities. It's like who signed off on this?
Let's use this
Yeah.
space
They
for
also
something
had
better.
a cookout day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember they were like, oh, it's Friday. They're doing burgers and whatever
Oh
out on
God,
the
yeah.
lawn.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
wonderful.
And I was like, this seems like a pretty good place to work. 'Cause a lot of people are like,
Oh,
I don't
hell
want to
yeah.
get, I don't want to get in LA traffic. I'm gonna stay here and have a burger,
Right.
or go have a workout, then have a burger, then go home.
Yeah. No, they treat their employees really well. A lot of those tech companies do. They
Yeah.
are really employee focused.
As far as we can tell.
As far as
we
we
can
can
tell, yeah. I mean, they got like daycares and shit. I mean, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Dog park,
Yep.
Yeah.
Gravy station.
Gravy station.
gravy fountain.
Gravy fountain.
You just take your potato and like dunk it underneath it.
Biscuits and
God.
potatoes on a toothpick.
KFC gravy flowing from the fountain every day.
Hey, you know that bowl that they have at KFC with
that's
basically
good.
everything that
I
they
love it.
serve there?
yeah, I haven't tried it.
Oh, it's great.
Once a year I get it. It's like on a day that I just eat
Feel
like
bad
I've given up
about
on
yourself.
life. Yeah. It's like it's almost like a suicidal day, but it's just like, and I don't want to tell myself that. It's like I'm gonna go get that KFC bowl.
Everybody needs a depression day.
Yeah.
Is it that
Well,
good?
You put whatever in your body you want.
They're good. They're good.
It
They're
is
indulgent.
good.
It's
but it's like after you eat it, yeah, you feel like it's
Vic,
probably
you're gonna
the end.
have the
You
first
understand why you
suicide
don't
note
eat it every day.
written in gravy.
It's gonna be bits of corn, mashed potato smears on it. And, yeah,
Does your family know you eat those?
no,
Or is it like, hey, I'm gonna drop you off at Target. I'll just be gone for a minute.
yeah.
And then you like quickly run for it.
I'm going
And then
to
you
the
see
store
him.
for
He's
some
crying
smokes.
and he's crying and he's
KFC
eating it.
I season it with
They
my
need
tears.
to think about putting like positive messages on the bottom of those bowls, like at the end when you know, like you're done,
gonna
you
be
get to
fine.
the end, and then like something there. It's like, don't worry, pal, it's okay.
Go run a mile.
Something nice. Everybody makes
Yeah,
mistakes.
they're all different. You get the bottom one.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
Yeah,
Right.
could be worse. Yeah.
So we need to tweet at KFC. We got the idea of a century for them.
Yeah.
Once you get to
At
the
least it
bottom
wasn't
of the
all
bowl.
gravy.
Oh yeah, once you're at the bottom of the bowl, positive message
Yeah, good
because
job.
they need it for Depression Day.
Your mother
You
was
eat a whole
wrong.
bowl
You
of
can
KFC.
finish something.
That's fun.
It seems to be a working model for a lot of brands that, like, you know, you got your Snapples going on, and people enjoy that
Yep.
shit. Laffy Taffies, for fuck's sake. Come on.
Man, Bazooka Joe, how
Oh
funny
wow, taking us back to the 50s, are you?
Well,
Yeah.
they still exist, so I could take you back
I
to
know,
right
which
now,
is
too.
surprising. But they're not at the height of their popularity, are they?
I really doubt they are.
Nope.
Other kids are talking about Fortnite and Bazooka Joe.
I'm so old. I remember when they were a penny. Penny.
How do you sell something for a penny? Like how do you buy the ingredients to make it?
They're cheaper than a penny, I guess.
It's called sugar.
to just mass
China.
produce,
Yeah.
just chewy gum. Is the penny going out of circulation soon? God,
I don't
hope
think so. I think
Oh,
we're sticking with it.
Can't we just get rid of the damn thing?
I guess. Most people don't use money anyway.
I know. That's the double reason we should get rid of the
I
damn
do.
penny. Yeah.
Not now that the pandemic's going on.
I
But,
I still keep my pennies, but if they disappeared tomorrow, I wouldn't be upset.
yeah, it took me a minute to get used to it in Australia because the 5 cent is the smallest one. But
Yeah.
it works out, I guess. Sometimes it's in your favor. Sometimes it's in the store's favor.
Fine with that.
The only, like, the penny, another thing that comes along with it being annoying for what it's worth, of course, is they leave residue. You know what I mean? Like pennies.
The penny does?
Yeah, I mean, like that copper.
Does it?
It's a thing. You know what I mean? They don't. Nothing else leaves like a smell, or
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I've definitely seen a penny I've picked up a penny that's been there a while.
Yeah.
Like a long time.
Yeah.
And it leaves that distinct
it's
circle.
like they erode a little
like the
bit.
green.
and-
It's like a rust, like a
Yeah.
copper rust or
Yeah.
something.
Do you guys know how much it costs to make a penny?
more than a penny.
Probably more than a penny.
Yeah, it costs 2 pennies. Do you know how much?
We
it
shouldn't be making the
costs-
penny.
You know how many? You know how much it costs to make a nickel?
How much?
2 pennies.
7 cents. Take 7 pennies to
Wow.
What
make a
the
nickel.
fuck?
Nickel
That-
needs to
hey,
go away too.
that's par for the course for our government.
Yeah,
We
that
should be
makes-
just having paper. Why even have fucking
Well,
change?
you get to use it. You get to use it for a long time, so it's probably worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Hardly ever have cash on me. But when I do, and since I've been watching Ozark, which like that deals with money laundering, anytime I give anybody cash, in the back of my head, I've got like Jason Bateman there saying, "Good job. That money's clean now."
Oh,
so
you did
weird.
it for them, right? I got
That's right.
cleaned it all.
They always, in that show, they always give like ridiculous demands, like with ridiculous timelines. It's like, you need to get me that baby within 24 hours legally. That's like,
And the baby's born next week.
Right.
that was actually like a thing where it was like, Child Protective Services has this baby. You got to get it from them in 24 hours.
It sounds fun. I need to watch that show.
It's
So
great.
who else watched it?
I haven't.
Not I. I
Sounds-
watched one episode.
Sounds like thick.
So Thick and Dralis, you guys are caught up
I
on it?
haven't watched it. I have not.
I just finished season 2.
How many seasons are there?
3.
3 on Netflix.
Yes.
All right, it's my next thing.
Yeah, well, how about this? I mean, we've said it before. We've said we would talk about stuff or maybe watch things. Like, I would totally be willing to watch one episode a week with all of you. I know that Thick's already on it, but if you want to.
I'll watch a couple more and we'll reconvene.
All right.
This is Ozark, right?
Yeah, Ozark. Yeah,
Ozark,
if you
yep.
guys, if you watch them, great, and we could talk about it. If not, maybe we could pick something else. But
How
I
far are
really,
you?
really, and I just finished the season finale of season 2.
Gotcha.
He's way
Is there
ahead.
3 seasons right now?
Yes.
I think in the first episode, do you know Meredith Jackson by chance? She was a local actress. She lives in LA now.
I know the name.
Okay, she's in the first episode of season 3, and it's actually a pretty funny scene that I saw. I saw that clip; it's pretty neat. Just curious.
always
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Nice. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Good for her, damn it.
Yeah. Have anyone else watched anything of note lately outside of, I don't know, a movie or whatever?
I watched the Hulu show Solar Opposites, created by Justin Roiland and another guy. It looks like Rick and Morty. Like, you watch
Right.
the show, the animation style and everything looks just like Rick and Morty.
Right.
It's okay show. Like, I'd give Rick and Morty a 9, some episodes a 10. This show, 8. It's good, but
bad,
it's
huh?
Pretty good.
It's not
It's good.
there's one aspect of the show that's pretty damn funny. It's I guess these aliens are living on Earth or whatever. But if somebody makes them mad, they'll hit somebody with a shrink ray, and like in the first 2 episodes, you'll see them just shrink somebody and take them, and they'll put them in like a hamster cage.
Okay.
And then episode 3 goes off rails, where the entire episode starts to focus on the drama of these people living inside this hamster cage.
Oh, it
And
switches
that
over
part
to
was
that.
hilarious.
Uh-huh.
And they just live in a hamster cage.
It's not like a traditional hamster cage. Just like this is like a large. It covers an entire wall, and there's multiple levels. So there's this entire post-apocalyptic looking society that lives in this hamster cage.
What do they eat?
They eat the candy that the girl sometimes throws into the hamster cage.
Do they have one of those little bottles where you lick the ball?
No,
And the
it's
water-
not. No, it's not like that. Yeah, water's hard to come by, candy's hard to come by. So there's like this mafia set up around resources. It goes into insane detail
Okay.
about the lives of these people inside this fucking cage.
That's awesome how they've adapted to a structure.
That was a lot of fun. I was like, I wish the show was more focused on that than the all the other stuff, because that to me was the most fun and the most interesting
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe they just do a little more. You wouldn't want to overdo it. You wouldn't want the whole show to
Yeah,
be like
well,
that.
yeah. I mean, so yeah, the show has that balance, but it's fun for a watch. There's some episodes that I'm like, okay,
Okay.
I watched that psychedelics documentary.
Have a good trip. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I watched it as well. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it's really fun. I hate those little inserts they did with like the PSA kind of clips because none of those were funny, and I was like, ugh. It had like Haley Joel Osment was one of the actors in those when they cut to that.
Oh God, that was stupid.
They
Yeah,
were
I get what they
painful.
were
It's like-
trying to do, but
I do
yeah.
too, but they weren't funny. Like if they had funny actors, that could have been a really good little segment. But the rest of it was a pretty fun watch, man. These stories from these people were like Ben Stiller and Sarah Silverman and stuff. They've got pretty good tripping stories.
Yeah, just hearing all the stories of all the people. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that was nice.
It's very interesting.
But the other crap I watched, just knock it out, and I'll like warn you, you might like it. But there's I was just kind of feeling like the darker, kind of, I don't know, in a darker mood. I watched Underwater. It's got that chick from
Nope.
Twilight, and it's kind of like picture the abyss, right? You know,
Right.
They're down in this,
Yeah.
down at the bottom of the ocean and stuff. And basically, spoiler alert, they pretty much deal with Cthulhu, I guess you could say.
Ooh, Lovecraftian
But
story.
it was
yeah.
just one of those schlocky. You could tell they had a budget, but it's like who the and naming it Underwater, really, is that the Underwater? That's the name. But then the other
Or
one,
a Cthulhu monster movie.
yeah, they could have gone with that.
This
route.
reminds me. I saw a trailer on Netflix, and the guy's talking about some mission he's got to do to go into space and save some girl. And I'm like, man, that looks like a budget Guy Pearce. Wonder how they got a guy that looks just like Guy Pearce. Well, it's Guy Pearce.
That's how they got it.
It's the real guy.
It's fun.
And I watched maybe 20% of it, and
Yeah.
I kind of want to see the rest of it, but
Just
only if
didn't.
I got an extra minute. I might watch it in about a dozen sittings.
While you're rendering a video or something.
Yeah. Too much
Yeah,
drama
just-
for you.
I don't know. It's pretty hokey,
Yeah.
but yeah. I'm like, man, he just did an Iron Man. What's he doing this movie?
Hey,
I
actors
mean,
gotta
that
make
was
you
that was a
scratch, dude.
long time ago. Iron Man.
Yeah,
But
people
you know,
work.
he's got some great movies. Time Machine,
Oh,
Count of
he's a
Monte
wonderful.
Cristo.
He's a great. Yeah, I love.
Yeah.
I love Count of Monte Cristo. I love that movie or the version with him. It was great.
And there's another movie who I've recently become a big fan of, Sam Rockwell, and he's got a movie called Moon, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. He's like on the moon by himself with a robot, and the robot's played by Kevin Spacey. I don't know when this was made.
Oh my God. Okay.
Right.
Wow.
Talk about a robot I wouldn't want to be on the
Very
movie.
fondly robot.
Yeah.
Please
But,
insert
you know.
your genitalia into my mouth.
Leave me alone, Kevin. God.
I can
bot.
get you
Like-
a role in a film.
These weird movies. I mean, those are big names.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Here
maybe
comes
I'll
Weinstein bot.
Beep, beep, poke, poke.
It's amazing how much crap. And the other one I watched, just to get it out of the way, I watched last night that Gretel and Hansel,
right.
Okay.
which I'm like, oh, how trendy and cool that you switch the names around for, you know. But actually, it
Right.
was shot really well. It was just like still like, bleh. There's a couple good
Yeah.
moments, but I don't know. It's like,
Yeah, yeah. Some of these big budget horror movies, I'm just like, who? I don't get it. Like,
Well,
who pays
yeah.
for these? Who?
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We've been trying to have a tailgate.
Oh, we might be able to do that today.
We've had.
yeah.
How's it looking outside?
It's still kind of cloudy and windy. We'll see.
Well, there's a tropical storm
Yeah.
going through the middle of the state right now.
Right.
In the middle of it.
There is?
Came up from the.
I think it's a depression. It's not a storm.
Well,
it's not
listen to
strong enough
this.
to be a storm.
Why do you want to call the storm Bertha? We just had a Bertha in the last
Yeah,
20
it's too
years.
soon.
There's
Too
there's
soon.
And it hit
different
here.
names. You don't have to. Yeah.
And well, one's a tropical what? The tropical depression.
Yeah,
tropical
but
storm.
the name
or-
doesn't change as it elevates.
Nope.
If it's a depression called Bertha,
Yeah.
when it hits category 1, 2, 3, it stays
Stays
Bertha.
But yeah, I mean, it's not going to do that. It's
I
obviously
know.
it's on
But
land.
listen, I could throw out 1,000 names that start with B right now. Don't.
Yeah.
Do they recycle those? I mean, obviously they recycle.
Yes.
those
Obviously.
names.
Yeah.
You shouldn't use the same one within a century. I don't think you would. There's no
Yeah.
excuse to within
Wait
a
a century.
How do they name those? Is there like a list?
There's a
of, like,
list.
okay, if it's
There's thousands. There's literally thousands of names.
yeah.
Yeah, and you can make up
And-
anything with any amount of letters, and now that's a name.
From any country.
And
Anywhere.
Bertha is such a stupid name anyway,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Bernadette, Beatrice.
Right. Not Bertha.
Betsy.
Bertha is like ugh.
Bert.
Yeah, they've already been done. You're naming them, but those
Bertha.
were already storms as well, Neebs. You got to listen to all the names that were used.
Bocephus.
Betsy Boo. Betty
Buttercup.
Bop.
Betty Bop,
Whatever. Guess
Bitty Bitty.
Hurricane Boopy Doo.
Perfect.
Yeah, you really could do anything.
Exactly.
Bob.
Bookadoo.
Just Bob.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they,
Hurricane Bob.
wait, they alternate from male and female. I think
I
there's
think
a
so.
formula for that. Is it
Yeah, I don't know.
per? Is it odd and
I
even
have no
years?
idea. Yeah, I would have to look it up. I'm sure there's a method to the madness, but I don't know the method.
Okay.
I just know the madness.
Huh.
There's a game that's come out. I'm kind of interested in at least looking at with you guys in the future.
Okay.
And they just added when it first came out, it was just single player, but now they've added a co-op mode. It's called Volcanoids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's do you remember seeing that? The one with like you have this big drill that you
Yeah.
operate, and it's
I
like
think
you're
I
in this
have
big,
it.
okay, well there you go. Yeah, they have released a co-op mode up to 4 players can be in this little steampunk drill game. I have no idea what it's about. It might be too complicated, but it looks pretty awesome.
I do have it, and it's like it's got an update scheduled for Sunday apparently. On my, yeah, I've got it.
But yeah, I love the look of it. It's got a like really cool steampunk feel.
Yeah.
And, looks like you shoot robots, you explore things, and I don't know.
Everything's rusty and made out of pennies. It looks like.
Yeah, But from the look of it, it looks like something that might be interesting to try with you guys.
It looks pretty. I just read a little thing here. For Atlantic hurricanes, there is a list of male and female names which are used on a 6-year rotation.
6 years.
Too soon.
Okay.
That should be expanded.
Yeah, 6
Way
years. But I don't
too
know.
soon.
How much resources do we want to throw into naming hurricanes?
Takes one person.
It does.
But
It takes
we're
one
gonna
person
we're gonna
who
give that
cares.
kind of power to one guy.
One guy for 1 week could knock it out.
Power.
That kind of power to name a hurricane to one man? Are you out of your mind? No, that needs to be a debate.
You could
what if
do the
Bertha-
next 10 years in like a week, right?
I just
Yeah, it
go to
really
a
wouldn't take much.
Yeah,
online
but still,
baby
that's-
name list.
That's a lot of resources. Just I don't know. Yeah, I'm fine with it. 6 years. That's plenty.
Let's all say a prayer and pray that this Bertha doesn't turn into anything that anyone will remember. Amen.
We're gonna blow it away.
Yeah. I don't think it's already mainland and
guy.
losing steam.
Oh my
Kenneth
God.
Copeland, God.
Uh,
You can tell there's something wrong in that man's brain just
You
by
can
looking
see-
into his eyeballs.
you can see so much wrong just by looking
Who?
into his eyes.
Yeah.
Kenneth Copeland or Copeland?
Guy who did the
Guy that was blowing the-
COVID-19. I'll blow.
Oh God.
wind of
oh,
God.
dude. That guy. Wow.
Oh man.
I don't know
like-
how he is not told like every day, like, listen, man, you look really creepy. You need to change your look because he looks
I don't know.
creepy as
There's
fuck.
There are a
You
lot
can't
of
change
old
his
people that
eyes,
look to
though.
that guy that's like, yeah, this guy's definitely talking through God.
He's the
He's
private
had-
jet
he's
guy,
had work
right?
That's the
done.
guy.
Private jet guy.
Oh, is he?
No,
I
that's
think
a
I
different
think he
one.
might have one, but those are two different pastors, I
Oh,
believe.
okay. Well, they're all the same.
Yeah,
shit.
same type of
But yeah,
bullshit.
he's a mega church pastor. Yeah, he's one of these pastors that has churches all over the place.
Yeah, right. But they don't want to sit by the plebs, the dirty, filthy people in coach, or
Yeah.
that's why they need the plane for God. And
yeah.
Well, I think it's because they have churches everywhere, and like, okay, I got a sermon at 7 in this city, and I got a sermon or
Yeah.
at 8, in this city,
Okay.
and I can deal with a lot less delays if I have a private jet. It's still fucked up, but that's their reasoning.
Yeah.
it's a good thing he
You could
blew
charter
COVID away, though. That
jet.
was very sweet of him.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, it's gone. Yeah, there's no need to worry. Thanks,
What a guy.
Kenneth.
Easter miracle.
Oh boy. Let's get out of that topic.
Speaking of, like some people, they look weird, dress weird. I could be one of those people. Maybe you don't know when you are one of those people, huh?
Yeah, well, it depends on where you are. Like, you go to a certain part of the world where you look different and you look weird.
Well, no,
I
just
think-
in this room
Oh, in this room?
or in our little circle, we could go, wow, maybe somebody else should dress Neebs or pick his haircuts.
I think what accentuates his weird look is the fact that he's kind of a demon. Like
Yeah.
it does change your
It's the plastic surgery. Plastic surgery to me makes anybody's face look strange.
Yeah.
Oh, did he get plastic surgery?
Oh, yeah. You can, yeah. Let me pull up a photo of him.
Well, I don't
I've
need to
become
really-
numb to how people dress just because there's so much diversity. And it's just like,
Do
yeah,
you look
you're-
at pictures of yourself from 10, 20 years ago and go, I probably shouldn't have wore that?
Me, yes.
that's life, man.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
was I doing with
Yeah.
that haircut?
It's like he's had some sort of lift or something done in his eyes.
Right?
And it might be because my father's had like the flaps like right below the eyebrows. As you get older, they start to sag, and they were like messing with my father's eyelashes. So we actually had some work done to like chop a little bit of that shit out.
Yep.
It looks like he kind of had the same thing, but they went too far with it or
Okay.
something. I don't know. It's
Wh-
bizarre.
Who are you looking at? Sorry.
I'm just looking at a picture of Kenneth Copeland.
Oh, I don't know him. Okay.
I'll tell you what's always ballsy. I've always thought was just so ballsy is these like first generation of plastic surgeries, that people were so
Yeah.
open to getting done. And it's like
Pioneers.
the pioneers, yeah, the true
Brave.
heroes.
Brave.
But I mean, like they haven't quite figured out how to make it really look normal or natural at all.
Well, listen, you see some people and you're like, man, they look like, who was I looking at the other day? Enrique Iglesias, like how old's he?
I don't know.
I saw him on TV. I don't know if it's plastic surgery. He looks good.
Some people
Yeah.
just
Dolly Parton to me don't look too bad.
No, I agree.
Dolly Parton?
And she's like 150.
Yeah.
Right.
Like even with, I've felt the difference between like first gen titties and like third gen, and there's a
It's a
pretty
big
It
difference.
is. It's a big
Huge.
difference.
Yeah.
The first ones are like basketballs. You can hear that kind of echoey,
They're like,
bouncy sound.
they're like, yeah,
They were filled
Yeah.
with gravy.
yeah, they're like stale basketballs.
KFC gravy bowls.
Yeah, no, now they're
So
now
what are
they've
what are
gotten
they?
pretty
They
good
changed
these
the
days.
Yeah,
filling?
the,
Stuff that's in
everything.
there.
gravy
in-
now.
Change
It's all
gravy.
gravy now, yeah. And you know they can go in from like the armpit on a breast implant. Like they go in from there. It's like a one-time shot. You can only go in there from one, but there's no incision lines underneath the breasts.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the
can't
way
they
to
go
do
through
it.
the
Different
belly
ways.
button too? Something weird
Oh
like
wow,
that.
interesting.
I don't know
Maybe.
for sure.
The
That's
belly
longer.
button.
That's a long
Way down there.
from your toes.
Well,
I guess you
I
can go in.
think if that's a thing, then I would assume that it's to avoid scarring.
Right.
Yeah, right. It
Right.
is. It is. And listen, just to make it clear, none of us are shaming any type of like. You do you. Make
Yep.
yourself feel good. Do you?
Yeah,
whatever,
listen. If
whatever
you want some big old weird titties, you get the biggest weirdest titties that you can
Hey,
find.
listen, my dad had big
Titties.
old wobbly titties, and no, big. He had the turkey neck, big time, and it really made him feel self-conscious. So he went and got something done. He ended up getting
Sure,
fat again, and it ended up coming back. But
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, of course. It's all
To the
your
neck?
call.
Yep.
So getting
Got
getting,
neck titties.
getting breast implants through your belly button is a thing, and yeah, my guess was right. It's to avoid scarring, so you don't have the scars underneath
the whole
breast or
armpit
on the
technique as
armpit
well.
thing. Well, you still have a scar on the armpit.
But not on your breast.
Right. So it's not like you're walking around with your hands up all day unless you're under arrest
No.
constantly.
Exactly. Yeah. Good talk here. Gravy
Yeah.
to breast implants.
stuff.
Hey,
Good stuff.
listen, maybe it's time. I don't know. Should we call it?
I don't know. We've covered
Let's
covered
call it.
everything. We've
Yeah.
covered gravy.
All the
We've
hot
got
What more could
tits.
they want?
Yeah.
We're getting ready to play some Minecraft.
Yeah,
we are.
Looking forward to that.
Oh
we
yeah,
are.
baby.
You're getting ready to play some Minecraft.
Uh-huh.
Bye,
yeah,
Thick.
yeah.
All right.
Have
See
a
ya,
good
Thick.
day.
And hey, listen, thank you everyone for being here. Stay cool and stay in school, maybe.
Good
And
advice.
stay safe.
Enjoy your summer and stay safe. How about that?
Yeah, there
There
we
you
go. Love you guys.
Love you.
Mwah.
Gotta get those documents. Gotta get those documents. Look at me flying way up in the sky. Everyone jealous at my back and fly. Gonna get those documents. Yeah.